If you want to make a lot of money and succeed on Fiverr, you really need to know about Fiverr's new seller level system. It's called the Fiverr Success Score, and you really need to know about it. So that's exactly what we're going to cover in this video, and make sure you stick around till the end because the information I'm going to tell you is going to be really helpful and super important to make sure you're able to successfully sell and grow your gigs. So I'm going to start with the most important part about Fiverr's new success score. Your success score can definitely affect how visible your gigs are on Fiverr. So if you're wondering why your best gig might have suddenly stopped getting views even though it has all 5-star ratings and completed orders on time, your success score probably has something to do about it. So it's going to really pay off to learn about it. So how is the Fiverr Success Score calculated? Your Fiverr Success Score is calculated by accumulation of all the new different Fiverr score factors. And all these different factors are calculated from pulling data submitted by your buyers across all of your gigs, and the gigs that are most popular and ordered the most and have the most ratings are weighted heavier than your least popular gigs. That's really important to note. And there's basically 6 main areas that Fiverr calculates scores for that they combine in order to come up with your overall Fiverr Success Score, and here's what they are. The first is client satisfaction. So this obviously looks at the ratings you have on all of your gigs, but it also looks at other data points that give Fiverr an indication of how overall happy your clients were and satisfied with your order. So think about things like the buyer survey Fiverr sends after you place an order, things like that. The next thing Fiverr's looking at is called effective communication. So this metric obviously looks at how responsive you are, your response rate to messages, but it mentions that it also looks at different data points that imply that Fiverr is using AI or machine learning to scan your messages to determine how helpful your responses actually are to buyers. So it's important that you uphold professionalism and great communication on Fiverr, no matter what the circumstances. So with this one, effective communication, if you have questions about how to better communicate with your clients to increase this part of your success score, message me in the comments and I'll help you out with any of your questions. The next metric Fiverr looks at is conflict-free orders. So this one's pretty obvious, right? We know that Fiverr doesn't like things like cancellations, but when it says conflict-free orders, that's also referring to disputes, times that buyers have requested help or a resolution from the Fiverr Resolution Center. So this score is really important in determining, or this score is used to determine how effective you are in solving disagreements with your buyers and also setting proper expectations before they place an order. The next metric is actual canceled orders. Now this one goes without saying. Fiverr has always hated when buyers cancel orders, and this is a big factor in your Fiverr Success Score. So complete your orders, don't get them canceled, make your buyers happy. The next metric is delivery time. So how often you deliver a project completed to your buyers and how often you're delivering early. They're even looking at how early or how in advance you're delivering, not just that you meet the deadline. The next metric is a pretty interesting one. It's value for money. And the reason that this one is interesting is because when thinking about the value your buyers perceive that they have received from you, this is kind of one that's based on your buyer's unique emotional experience after working with you. And it can range from buyer to buyer, which can be tough for some sellers because in order to build the perception of value in an order, you need to do a lot of things, mainly effective communication and setting proper expectations before they place an order. And I'll be honest, based on my experience talking to a lot of you, a lot of Fiverr sellers don't make enough time for this. So since value for money is one of the metrics that are going to calculate your Fiverr Success Score and influence how visible and how often your gigs sell, you should really start setting better expectations to make sure your buyers feel they're getting a great value after they hire you. So in a nutshell, Fiverr's new success score might make things a little bit harder for some Fiverr sellers, but the silver lining with Fiverr's new success score is it's creating a new bar and setting a new standard for professionalism and excellence on the Fiverr platform. And if you're able to succeed in this new world of Fiverr, you will be just passively developing a skill set that will make you more of an asset, both as a freelancer on Fiverr, a person in the corporate world, or someone running your own business. All of these metrics that make up the success score are crucial and important parts of doing business, no matter where you're doing business. And that's kind of a good thing in my opinion. Raising the bar on how skilled and professional freelancers are on Fiverr can only be a good thing. But what's your opinion? Do you think that Fiverr's new success score is a good thing, a bad thing, kind of a neutral thing? I want to know what you think. Hit me with a comment and we can debate about it a little bit. Anyways, as always, thank you so much for tuning in. Cheers.